One of the most common places you see percents is talking about a percentage of something. And one of the key things to remember when you have a percentage of something is that word "of" means multiplication. Also, when you're setting up a statement like this, the word "is" can be translated as an equal sign. So you can see when you say something like "what is 30% of 50," then I'm saying some number that's unknown, that's my what, is 30%. Generally, if you're writing stuff in an equation, I recommend converting it to a decimal, or a fraction, I suppose, but not leaving it as a percent, because that percent can just kind of, muddle things up. So I'm going to convert this 30% to 0.30, because I moved my decimal place 2 places to the left there. And my 50, I'll just write that in there. So you can see, just by doing a direct translation is what this is called. I just convert each of these words into their appropriate symbol. I actually end up with an equation that's pretty easy to solve. Actually, there's nothing to do to solve it. I just need to plug it into the calculator. I'm just going to take 0.3 times 5, and I get 1.5. 0.3 times 50, rather, not 5, gives me, sigh, 0.3 times 50. It would help if I typed the right thing into the calculator. I get 15. There we go. So I knew right off the bat that something went wrong when I started to write 1.5 down there, just because you can get a general scale off of things. 10% of a number is the same thing as dividing by 10, and so dividing this number by 10 would be 5. I'm talking about something that's bigger than 10% of the number, so I know it should be bigger than 5. That's how I knew the 1.5 was wrong. When I typed it in the second time, well, 100% of a number is the number itself. So if you're between 10 and 100%, you should be between 1/10 of the number and itself. I ended up with, 150 for the second number I tried. That was actually, obviously bigger than 50. So that's what alerted me to the fact that I typed something in wrong the second time. So in any case, what is 30% of 50? 15. You can also see this same sort of thing, same sort of instruction by saying find 30% of 15. This is, again, of means multiplication. Or if I say 30% of 15, or 30% of 50 is what number? 0.3 times 50, that's 0.3, that's my 30%. Of is multiplication, 50 is 50. Is, that's my equal sign. And what number? You can see this is the same equation. I just restated the exact same thing in 3 different ways here. The exact same instruction. Alright, so let's do some examples. Find 8.5% of 160. Well, 8.5%, I'm going to go ahead and call that 8.5%, because I don't really want to deal with mixed numbers in my percent there. 8.5% times 160, well, again, I don't like having my percent in this either, so I'm going to move my decimal place 2 places to the left, 0.085 times 160. And now it's just a matter of plugging it into the calculator. 0.085 times 160, being careful to actually make sure I write the right things down. I get 13.6. Find 2% of 140 pounds. This one I do expect to be less than 10%. I guess I should say that on this one also. 10% is bigger than this 8.5 I'm looking for, and 10% of this would be 16. You can see I ended up just a little bit less than 16. Find 2% of 140. Well, this is actually closer to 1%, and 1% of it would be, 1/100th of this number? So that would be 1.4 pounds. So I could actually kind of figure out, it needs to be double 1%, or just doing 0.02 times 140. 2% is 0.02. Of means times. I'll just type that into the calculator. 0.02 times 140 gives me 2.8, which is double the 1.4 that I was saying was 1/100th of the 140 pounds, or 1%.